I'm applying so much hexagon logic to Thin Ice, I think that's throwing me a lot. Because in Hexagon, I'll do circles, I'll deplete the middle, create a giant gap for people to fall through. Or I'll do those slow hops from one tile to the next. It kinda transfers for Thin Ice, but not completely. It's a different type of strategy required. And I need to adjust accordingly. Again, that's, like I said, rollout I'm fine with. I can adjust myself. That's no different than the other rollout version. It's just, it gets faster. That's fine. With this increased, increased stick speed, camera speed, vertical speed, horizontal speed, whatever, I can counter that increased speed of rollout. That's fine. But I don't know what to do with Thin Ice. Right, and avoid the center there, because there's a giant fan that'll blow you off and into those punching bags. You can probably time it to a point where you jump and get enough acceleration you completely clear the punching bags. But again, that's something I have not experimented with enough where I feel confident in doing. I'll just play it safe and do side path. I mean, I keep doing it and I'm within the top 3 every time. So, don't fix what ain't broke. Don't broke what ain't fixed. No, don't fix what ain't broke. Oh no, poor snowman. Or no, Yeti. He's a Yeti. Mr. I can't say that word. Abominable. Now, here's something I just realized. It looks like they fixed the point total for the golden rings in Skyfall. They're only worth 3 here. So I wonder if they're reduced down to 3 for Hoopsie Legends, because I remember they mentioned that in a Twitch stream the other day, how they thought that 5 points was too many, and they would like to see it reduced. I want to see Hoopsie Legends now. In fact, I want to see the other maps, like the night levels and all the other ones, to see if those have been kind of restyled with a Christmas theme. So we've seen a couple of vanilla levels today, but haven't noticed if they have any sort of Christmas theme to them. I'm sure that Tiptoe will probably have an icy theme to it. Not sure what else would, but I'm sure Tiptoe will. Fall Mountain probably will. Wouldn't be surprised to see a Fall Mountain snowy patch. Wait, am I gonna qualify? I may not qualify. I'm gonna need a golden ring really quick. Like, yeah, there's still room for 11 more, but those final few go by quick. See, we're already at 18, 20... Nope, I knew it. Once it gets to the halfway mark on a map like this, you have to figure that most people are already just a couple points away. Not happy with that. I fell one too many times. Alright, let's go back to selecting both main show, general population, and the winter knockout. Because I do want to see if some of those vanilla levels have been reskinned a bit. Also, it gives us a chance to maybe win one. Okay, I'm already starting to feel my voice kind of strain a bit, so definitely will be no Hades or stream tomorrow. Maybe I'll manage one this weekend. But I can already tell right now I'm going to need a day or so to rest my voice. That's the thing with not doing streams or YouTube or Let's Plays or anything like that for a long time, is that your vocal cords tend to relax a lot, especially if you're not a talker like me. So once you start talking for a long period of time, it starts to hurt them a bit. I need some warm tea and lemon. A couple days of not talking. But yeah, I can see myself doing another stream this weekend. It probably will be Hades. Just because that's one of those games that I've been wanting to play for so long, and it will give me an excuse to play it. Like, otherwise, I'd probably just be playing more Fall Guys. Or maybe I'd go back to AC Origins. Or play, One Step from Eden, which I've been playing a little bit of this past week. But no, I think I will be doing Hades this weekend. I just noticed crocodile skin. Where did the crocodile skin come from? I legitimately don't think I've seen the croc skin before. Dude, nice. I kind of wish he'd have qualified. Unless that's one of the premium skins you can buy new for this season, which I don't think it is. It might be. Alright, redemption time. Yeah, like I said a couple rounds ago, I think the key to this, and this is me just as a new player to this map, I think the key is just going as fast as you can and not waiting for silvers. Because the time it takes to wait for certain rings, it's potentially going to be what screws you over. Just be a Sonic. Gotta go fast. Alright. Oh, I almost went back to the exact same ring. Now, there should be an achievement for that. Double dipping. Oh, we got that golden ring. Oh. Also, measure when I need to jump. That's something else I need to learn for this map. Which rings I need to dive through and which rings I can just slide through. Yeah, because I'm not happy with being 11th. Like the other race maps, it's all about qualifying in the top 10. If I can do that consistently and reliably, then I'll consider myself not necessarily mastered, but experienced at the level. Now, Freezy Peak, I think I've only not qualified once. But for the most part, it's one that is fairly straightforward. Just hug the walls, weave in and out at the beginning, and then just hug the wall. Later on, I'm sure, weeks from now, maybe in a month from now, there's going to be a meta where everyone's grabbing each other. And they're pulling each other towards the punching bags. And at that point, it may be safer to take the snowball route. But for now, while everyone else is still new to it, best bet is to take the punching bag route on the side, on the right side. Who knows, mid-season update they may add a couple more traps. They may make it harder. Nope, I saw that coming. I wasn't patient. I should have been patient. Yeah, I can absolutely see them adding more traps during the mid-season update. The question is, what will they add? More flippers? Doubtful. They'll probably add fruit. Random falling fruit. Maybe some fruit cannons. Blueberry cannons. They did that for Rollout, actually. They also did it for the basic jump level, not Jump Showdown, but the equivalent of it for regular levels. And I feel like they added fruit cannons to one other thing. Like, Fruit Shoot already had them, obviously, but there was one more that they added the fruit cannons to. I mean, there's Blueberry Shotgun now in Fruit Shoot, which I think is incredibly hard to deal with. They may add a Big Yeetus to that level. I could see a Big Yeetus. Maybe a red herring Big Yeetus that doesn't really actually propel you anywhere. Similar to Slime Climb. The Big Yeetus there is just a trap. It can work for you, but very rarely. You're better off just going the normal route and Slime Climb. Do not rely on Big Yeetus. There we go. Nice. Big propulsion. Alright, yeah, let's go for those hammers. Or those, punching bags. No! What are you doing, Elf? Go back! We want the punching bags! They're asset. Punching bag is asset, Mr. Elf. I don't think Mr. Elf understands that a punching bag is a good thing. There we go. Hit it. Hit it. Because the thing is, it takes you a while to push this big ball, this big Katamari ball. If you can get a punching bag to propel you forward, you're picking up multiple pieces of snow in a single, like, track. I'm curious as what the team composition was for that. Because if it was 15 and 4 blue got eliminated, then how does that work out? 6-6-5? And then someone quit during the middle of the match? No, that would be... I don't know. 6-5-5, and then someone quit. I can't do math right now. I feel like my original strategy of depleting a couple of holes, making pitfalls, isn't the perfect strategy. I might be better off just running in straight lines over and over again. Okay, so there's one hole there. Maybe another strategy is just doing constant hops. Like, again, this is one of those things that's going to take time to master. I would like to see bigger holes, because you have these tiny ones in the middle. They're just everywhere. You can easily get bumped into by another bean and slide right into. You have very little control that way. Like, I think that's happened to me multiple times already. My 2 eliminations in this map so far have been because I got bounced by someone. No, last time was because I didn't get enough propulsion, enough acceleration. Okay, so classic hexagon strategy right now. Just hop. Oh god. Nope. Okay, where was he, I wonder? So I made it to the final 2 at least. I'm getting... I don't know if I'm getting better, that's the thing, because I don't have a strategy set for Thin Ice. I still don't have a set strategy for that map. Like, I thought I might have had something there, but... no. There's a quote about that. That plans never... I don't know. There's a quote out there, though, that plans never succeed in the middle of battle. The heat of battle ruins all plans. Pretty much that any strategy you might have is not going to work in the middle of a match. Just throw it right out the window. Because Poe's law, whatever can go wrong will go wrong. Alright, so classic map. Any sort of winter theme on this one. Nope. Oh, come on, they could have at least added some Ringus Dingus bells to those bells right there. I could have reskinned that easily. Maybe during the mid-season update they'll do that. Like, I legitimately thought that's what Ringus Dingus was, a reskin of those swinging balls. Oh, nearly flown off. I'll take 3rd place. Like I said, I'm confident in my ability in the races. The ring thing, I'm not confident in yet. Thin Ice, I'm absolutely not confident in. I say I've increased my my knowledge of that one from 0% down or up to maybe 3%. I'll give myself 3%. And that's being a little bit generous. Give me a couple more weeks and I think I might have Thin Ice. Oh yay, Seesaw, everyone's favorite map. Don't we all love Seesaw? I mean, personally I hate Tiptoe more, but... for one of the starting levels, it's not the best. And there's actually a variant of Seesaw that I've actually seen multiple times where it goes to time. That not enough people actually qualify it, and it just stops. And that's the one with the seesaw right at the end that is up-down as opposed to left-right. As opposed to ones like this, it's just up and down. Because everyone wants to race to the other side of it, causing it to tilt downward. And no one is patient, kind of like that. Therefore, no one can get past the finish line. Come on. Come on. I love this emote as an impatient one. There we... oh, no. Okay, come on. Alright, so we should be fine on this side at least. No, no, no. No, come on. Don't do this to me. Oh, phew. I was worried that one or two more people were going to jump on the bottom and cause it to lopside. Which, there is a strategy for doing that. If you see enough people on something and you think it's coming close to the end of the match, you'll absolutely cause it to tilt offside on purpose to fling them all off. I've actually done that before. I know full well that my actions will cause everyone to fall down. Yeah, waiting about 30 seconds for that one platform is the only reason I was in the bottom 10. I was going to check something on Twitter to make sure that Penguin has not been pulled for today, because again, Hexagon was. I don't know if Penguin was as well. Let's see. Oh, that's right. In addition to Season 3, they've introduced private servers on PC. So PS4, we don't have private servers, so there is no way for me to do streams with all of y'all. Although I doubt I'd be able to get enough of y'all for a server. Because trying to coordinate that many is in of itself difficult, but I don't know how many of y'all actually have Fall Guys. So trying to skip... like, when we did a community a while back, a community game of Ratchet & Clank... was it Up Your Arsenal multiplayer? And a couple people showed up for that. But Fall Guys... don't know how many of y'all might have this game. Looking at Twitter, it doesn't look like Penguin's been pulled for the day. I'll have to take a look at it again as soon as I finish this map. Fourth place, that's good. I can accept that. Okay. So looking at their Twitter, Crown ranks are still a bit broken from previous awards, but are looking into a fix by the end of the week. Hexagon is temporarily disabled due to a physics bug. And Oliver just played his first match and won a crown, so good on him. But no, it doesn't look like they've pulled Penguin. We're just very unlucky right now, and that we have not seen it after about 2.5 hours. I don't care if it's unbalanced. I just want to see it. Because I still don't know how it works. All I know is that there are 3 Penguins, Bert, Bart, and Bort, and you're supposed to grab them. That's it. I don't know if it's like they said point-based on their Twitter account. Now, is it point-based based on how long you hold it? Is it a Juggernaut type thing where the longer you hold it, the more points you have? Or is it you get a point if you are still holding it by the very end of the match? And only 2 teams will qualify. So as long as one team has 2 Penguins, they will automatically qualify. If all 3 teams have a Penguin, then it will go into overtime. See, now this is my least favorite map, mostly because of the jiggle physics. Okay, made it. Because you can be close to the end, and you can very easily be bumped off to the side. I've had instances where I'm in the center of a conga line, and the physics cause me to be just flung off to the side a mile. That jiggle Billy. Commence the jiggling. Alright, Jump Showdown. We're decent with Jump Showdown. Although I wasn't really paying attention in earlier maps, are any of these Graboids? Like, do we have any of these to fear? Give a courtesy honk. And hello to you. No honk backs. Okay. These are serious gamers now. No one wants to honk. They're all racing for the crown. I mean, I saw one person jogging, so there's at least some fun. Alright, so is that platform gonna drop? Are we about to see 2 more gone? See, this is the one thing I'm not entirely on this map, is that there are times where you can be unlucky. There is some luck element to it where you can make a jump between one platform. If there's a 1 gap, you can make that jump. If there's a 2 gap, you're kind of screwed. So if you choose the wrong platform, putting yourself on an island where you're 2 away and all the platforms have not dropped yet, it is entirely possible that the third from the last will be the one you're on, like we just saw. And those 2 people had no way of recovering. They had to take a gamble. Which platform do they want to be on? Any more honks? Nah. They're in it to win it. I missed that one dude I had a honk off with. Oh god, elves. Now it seems like every time I've gotten to the finale, it's been an elf that's won. Probably because it's a cheap skin to get today, but still, every finale that I've lost has been to an elf. Oh god, I just saw a Graboid. So me and him, don't you dare go for a grab. Be a good elf. Nope, he's getting coal in his stocking. That is a bad elf. La 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 guy. Oh well. Well, that continues the streak of every loss today's being to an elf. I'll get a win today, don't worry. Already at level 13. 2.5 hours later, 0 wins. But we're ranked 13 of the season. So that's something. Oh, look at that instant game. Straight in. 0 wait time. Looks like everyone is home now. They're home to play Fall Guys. Yeah, we don't really need the names on the early maps. It's typically only for the finale, that way I know if, you know, I end up with a player who wants to play it safe, who wants to play it peacefully. Be a hero of light, not a hero of darkness. Be friendly. Have a good, strong, respectful competition, no grabs. Or if the person wants to be a little bit rude and go for a grab right at the end. Both valid strategies. But only one of them gets shouted out. Oh, if that had knocked me off. Some of the collision in this game is insane. No, I wanted to be first. If I'm not first, I'm just the first place loser. I'm just the first person to not win if I'm in second. For me, it doesn't really matter. As long... The amount of kudos I have in this game, I'm not concerned about the extra couple points by coming in first. Like, I think you get an extra 100 for first. I'm not entirely sure on the exact number. But I play enough games where the points from getting first or last, as long as you qualify, don't really concern me too much. And this kind of goes back to what I was saying earlier about how the biggest wait time is waiting for other people to qualify after you've come into the top 5. You're not so much waiting for games to start, the queue time's rather quick. As we just saw for this game, like instantaneous. From the loss, from the awards screen, to the next game was under 5 seconds. I waited a lot longer waiting for everyone else to qualify in this round. And Big Fans is a lot worse. We're talking like a 5-minute wait, 4-minute wait. Depending on how quickly you do it. But yeah, I'm a little sad that they didn't do any variants of winter themes on these. Like, I feel like it'd be very easy just to put a couple patches of snow on the scoreboard right there, or put a couple patches of snow on the center. They don't have to be slippery, they don't have to do anything, just a nice visual aesthetic. Now, the last time we had this today, I made this mistake of not paying attention to the platforms. So, grape, cherry, we're good. I don't need to fall off in the first wave of this. grape, cherry. I passed the first test. I've made jokes about my terrible memory in the past. That's one of the reasons I don't like this map. Banana, orange, cherry, melon. Banana, cherry. Wait, was it banana, orange, cherry, or banana, cherry, orange? Crap. I'm gonna have to rely on this bean right here. Okay. It's not a joke. Like, when I say I have terrible memory, I'm legitimately serious about that. Melon, orange, grape. Melon, orange, grape, apple. Melon, orange, grape, apple. Melon, okay. Oh my god. I had it right! It was the beam! Actually, it was because I got ragdolled, fell, and didn't have enough time to recover to jump over it. I would have made it. I remembered the platform. I remembered melon. But yeah, like, we're getting quick games, which is nice. I said we're getting quick games, which is nice. Don't make me a liar now. They're making me a liar. After I sing your praises about these quick load times, these quick queues, you're gonna make me wait 30 seconds? They're gonna make me wait the entire 30 seconds. I guess we got lucky last time with that instant queue. Still though, I mean, I think these are faster queue times than Fortnite. So that's something. I think in Fortnite you can wait a couple minutes for a game to start. And I have no idea what it's like on PC. It could be a lot worse on PC. Because the benefit of the PS4 is that this game was given away for free on PS Plus for the first month. Steam didn't have that kind of offer. So you're seeing a much bigger player base on the PS4 than probably PC. Side meta. Those strats. Like, I might go down the middle again today, but not now. Because I would like to see if it's possible to use that fan as a propulsion device to just fling yourself over those punching bags. I'm sure it's possible. 'Cause I think I've seen it. I thought I saw one person doing that. Oh, I feel sorry for Helm. That was terrible timing. And on the nerd, no less. A fan into a flipper into the pit. Come on, Pegwin. 39, that's enough for a 13-person, 3-team game. 13, 26, 30, yeah. Alright, Skyfall. Nearly 3 hours, no Pegwin. Now, on your social media, you've been claiming this Penguin as this big mascot now. You know, you're showing him off. You're teasing Bort. Let me have Bort. I want to hug Bort. I want to make him mine. Nope. I thought I muted my microphone. I'm sorry about that. Actually, I didn't mute my microphone. I saw it go blink, and then it just popped back on for no reason. That is the second time today my microphone is messed up. I'll have to make a note of that I might have to edit that audio out because I don't know how loud that was. I don't think I qualified. I was at 11 points. I didn't hit that golden ring. I think they just glitched me into a qualifier. But yeah, sorry, if that cough came across the microphone, I apologize for that. I tried to mute it. It said it muted, and then it unmuted itself. Who is calling me? Give me a second. Alright, just a solicitor. Of course. Oh, that's the first time I've started there, right next to the punching bags. Ah, that's what I saw earlier, where I saw someone flying up. They must have hit that flipper right there. So when I went for exploring a couple rounds ago, I missed out on seeing that. No, no, no. Oh my god. Terrible ragdoll. That might have just disqualified me. I don't think I'm making it now. Well, maybe I will, because I see a bunch of other people ragdolling at terrible times. It'll be close. Wow, I'm just ragdolling all over the place right now, aren't I? Okay, surprisingly, I guess a lot of other people didn't quite make it. Huh. Okay. I had to check the mic, make sure that still worked, because last time I muted it and unmuted it, just unplugged itself somehow. It's not a reliable mic. They keep throwing snowy scrap at us. Give us the other team game. Please. I just want to see Penguin. And of course, now we're on the blue ball team. We want Penguin, but we're on the blue ball. Jokes make themselves. Oh god. Push. Faster. Do I need to hum the Katamari theme for this to work? Oh, there we go. So all it took was a Katamari theme. But going back to remasters that I was talking about maybe an hour ago, Katamari's got a remaster. They've done it for the PS5. No, PS4? Yeah, PS4. That I believe is a remaster of the original Katamari. Which is awesome. It's just one of those games that is so unique. It's one that I feel like everyone should experience at least once. No matter if it's Katamari, we love Katamari. Beautiful Katamari. Katamari forever. I'm not necessarily sure if you should play the PSP version. I've personally never tried it. I've heard bad things about it, but console ones, choice. Alright, and my complaint about this map from earlier, that it might take too long, if you're hitting those punching bags, it doesn't take nearly as long, and that seems to be the key. So unlike a map like Rock and Roll, which is done in a minute, minute and a half, this one can be done just as quickly. Alright, 9 qualify. Rollout version 2.0 or Thin Ice. I would like to see Thin Ice just because I want another chance at it. Alright, roll off. And now we get to try it with our new faster camera. Because the last time we had it, our speed was at 50%. Now it's at, I think, up to 80. We should be able to see things coming a little bit quicker. Oh god, watch out for that elf. I think he's a Graboid. That or he was just positioning himself for that jump. Hard to tell. Either way, one of the elves might be dangerous. Oh, the nerd is absolutely dangerous. I saw his arms reach out. He's a Graboid. So avoid him if possible. Don't get anywhere near the nerd. See, this is why faster camera angles are useful for this map, because you're going to want to switch it from one angle to the next really quickly, and 50% just is not good enough once it picks up speed. Uh-oh. I think that was the nerd gone. Nope, there's the nerd right there. Elf's gone. Well, that breaks the streak. That's the first time today we've made it to the finale where an elf will not be the winner. Doesn't mean that... And there goes the nerd. Oh. Oh. I didn't... No. Okay. I was gonna say I didn't deserve to get up after that, because I was in the slime. I touched the slime and barely survived, but the duck wins. A Christmas goose takes the crown. Way to go, Ed243. Still winless on the day, but happens. Krampus pants. Yeah, that's the I buy a lot of outfits. I have a lot of outfits. But one thing is that I tend to have maybe 75% of these, they're pants. Like, I'm missing a fair amount of pants. So yeah, I got Krampus pants, but I'm probably never going to use them. Because I tend to stick to one or two. Prior to the rainbow pants, I used to wear no pants at all and just had the skeleton skin for a Skelikitty look. But a lot of the pants just look alike, so there's really no point to buying them. Like, there's a couple of pants where the only difference is one is a lighter shade of black. Like, there's one that's black, and then there's one that's almost black. It's not midnight black, it's... I don't even know what you would call it. Chocolate black? No, that's chocolate brown. But yeah, a couple of variants, very similar. Not enough of a difference to shell out the 5 crowns for. I'll just wait and I'll buy really unique tops. Like a tropical bird, or a less than tropical bird, where the orange color is now red. Or I will bet you anything there will be a variant of the snowman whose purple hat will become a blue hat. Maybe they'll have does the current snowman have a carrot nose? I don't think they do. So you might see one with a variant of a carrot nose. Yeah, top 10 still. Like I said, as long as I'm top 10, I'm fine. Like, there's gotta be a way... Sorry. There's gotta be a way to use that fan to your advantage, and maybe fly over those fists. Talking about variants of levels, though, I'm curious what they're going to do for future seasons on the Christmas-themed ones, because they mentioned before they want to make sure that they're not too themed where they can't be used, like in summer. Imagine a snowball being used in summer, so what are they going to do for that in Season 5? Like, I guess technically they could have I keep forgetting the name of it. The Katamari ball pushing one. They could have a snowball in Season 5, but what are they going to turn it into? A sand? A giant lump of sand? Or maybe they'll turn it into a giant sun. These, like this level, this is easy enough to reskin for a future level. But the Katamari snow pushing one, that seems a little bit harder. I could have gone for a silver there. No! Oh well. 2 points off, this is an easy qualify. There we go. Yeah, I'm curious what that one level will be when they turn it to a different season. Like the night levels, I was expecting those to change, but apparently those are still night levels. Night with a K, not a N-I-G-H-T. And the other ones don't have any Christmas themes to them. There's no snowy patches or nothing. Which I guess I can give them a pass for, considering they did roll out 7 whole levels. Season 2 only had 4. And I believe they said over 30 skins. So what they've introduced this season is impressive. But it's just a small touch I think would have been nice to have. Like, or for example, Jump Showdown, they could have replaced those giant beams with candy canes. Very small texture fix. Just reskin them to candy canes. They can always switch them right back afterwards, but just for a couple weeks, maybe 1 month, have just a small change. Or do this snowy effect on those levels. I don't think they have that. But yeah, I don't know what they're going to do with those snowballs in future seasons. That's going to be interesting to see. That is the 3rd time I've messed that up. Why do I keep messing up that second fan? It's not like I'm getting collided into. I'm just not hitting it right. Ooh, that group of people. That's interesting. What did they do differently that allowed them to be that far ahead? Because that was a large group. There might be a meta I missed out on. Interesting. Like, is it smart to go the snowball path on the left for the first 2 punching bags, or punching boxes, and then switch over? Like, how long does it take before that giant snowball becomes a threat? That's something I'm gonna need to play with. Again, snowy scrap. I get it. Snowy scrap is a decent level. It's fine. I have no complaints about it. I just want to see the penguins. How rare are they? And yet again, the blue ball. Thanks, Mediatonic. Constantly blue balling me. Begging for penguins, but left with the blue ball. Yeah, boy. Easy qualify. Ha! And stopped yellow right in its tracks. Oh god. Come on, team, we got this. There's more snow that way, come on. There's a big old patch. No, I think red's got this, but as long as we stop them right there. Yeah, there's no way yellow's qualifying. Well, maybe, if we don't get any more snow. We're conveniently avoiding every single spot. There we go. It's like threading a needle, perfectly avoiding every patch of snow. So yeah, they definitely need to patch that to the point where it only shows up if it's even teams. Because again, we had 4, I think everyone else had 5. We still qualified, but still. Later on, when more people are experienced at that level, being one man down is going to be a detriment. Alright, so what strategy is there for this map? Creating a giant line down the middle, perhaps? Going back and forth until you can split the map in half. That's my current strategy. Just split it in half. We'll see if this strategy works. Okay, don't ragdoll, that's gonna screw things up. Okay, continue down, making a split map. Alright, so we've now created a nice giant gap. If we can continue this... Oh, it's amazing, man. We have seen 6 of the 7 new levels. We have not seen the Penguin one, which is really frustrating because we've been playing for about 2.5 hours and only seen 6 of the 7 levels. The one level that they've been teasing a lot on Twitter is the one we haven't seen. Instead, we're seeing a Katamari-like level where I'm constantly the blue ball. How fitting and appropriate. No, no, no. Oh. Alright. I've been trying to approach the Thin Ice level with a hexagon-style approach, and it's kind of worked, but I haven't gotten a win yet with it, so maybe it's not working. Trying to split the map. Nope, there we go. But it is good. It is definitely fun. I like the maps. I would like to like Penguin if I could ever see it. That just doesn't seem to be in the cards today. Okay. Pie! Oh my god, it's Pie. Dude. How are you doing, man? I have no idea what that was in chat. I have the message from your kid. Which one was that? The 2-year-old or the 1-year-old? But hello to Tiwam Jr. Oh, dude, you build Gundams? Nice. That sounds like a lot of fun. The 1.5-year-old, nice. Yeah, I feel like this is definitely the type of game that's very appropriate for all ages. Especially now with the winter theme. Nice, bright, colorful. Fun sound effects. I actually saw a YouTube video of like a, I don't know, maybe a 3-year-old playing the game. and actually getting a crown. So that's one of the great things about it, is that it's very approachable for all ages. I feel like I mentioned this, although I'm not entirely sure. I mentioned this during the test stream last night, that that one older YouTuber, the one who's 80, 90, maybe she's only 70, who does Let's Plays on YouTube, Granny something or another. She's even playing Fall Guys. Took almost an hour to do the Gundam body. I don't know if that's a long time for those, because I've never actually built... I've done airplanes before, but I've never built a Gundam. I imagine trying to put all the pieces together and then gluing them, waiting for the glue to set. That might be part of the time that causes it to take a while. So in that sense, an hour is not terrible. There are different tiers? Yeah, makes sense. Oh, they don't use glue. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm just thinking of not paper airplanes, the little plastic airplanes that I used to build. Now, are they like Legos in terms of, like, are the tiers based on their number of pieces, or are they based on size? Like how big they are? Because I can imagine some Gundams are going to have very teeny tiny pieces. Last one you made was a plane 20 years ago. Man, I did it back in high school for ROTC. Yes, I was in ROTC back in high school, but that was my freshman year. That would have been 2003? 2002, 2003, so 18 years ago for me. Dude, we're both old. Wait, hold on. Graduated in 06, so 5, 4, yeah, 02, 03. Last airplane I built was in 02, 03. You're not supposed to make me feel old, man. You're the one with kids. I'm supposed to feel young next to you. Three kids, no less. Well, 2 and a third on the way. There's a high grade, which is smaller with less detail. Master grade is bigger with more detail. Real grade is smaller with more detail. And perfect grade is even bigger and even more detail. So what's the one you did just now that was an hour for the body? I'd assume, if I were to had to guess, based on that grading scale, real grade. Because I imagine a perfect grade would probably take multiple hours. Maybe even an entire day. Because I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think Adam Savage did one on his YouTube channel a while back. I think. In terms of scale, high grade and real grade are 1 in 144. Master grade is 1 in 100. Perfect is 1 in 60. And Mega is 1 in 48. The one you're currently doing is Master. Nice. So if it's 1 in 48th scale, I'm trying to imagine like what they would compare that to in real life. 1 in 48th scale. Like in the anime, Gundams are giant. So 1 in 48th scale. That is the 4th time I've messed up that fan. 1 in 48. I can't even think of how big that would be in real life. Like, I'm trying to compare that to a scale model of a car, but more vertical. So 1 in 48th scale of a Gundam. That would probably be a couple feet, I'd imagine, right? Maybe 2 or 3 feet tall? No, there's no way it would be that. Maybe 2 feet big. In Japan, they've made 2 life-size Gundam statues. Holy crap. It's believable, though. I can imagine them doing that. Have you seen in Japan around Christmas time, I'm sure they're doing it now, they tend to have snowman building contests, like snow sculptures. And I remember, oh, this was probably over a decade ago. I'm sure they've done it again since. But there was a big snowstorm in Japan back in the mid-2000s. And I remember seeing a whole bunch of snow sculptures, including one of a Gundam that was massive. Someone built a snow Gundam, like in the mid-2000s. It was huge. Well, hey, at least we're not blue balls this time. But again, over 3 hours, no Pegwin. 6 of the 7 maps we have seen. 7 to 9 inches tall. Ah. The other master grades you've done have been 7 to 9 inches tall, so I'd imagine the Mega would probably be 2 feet, perhaps. Get out of here, Blue. Get out of here, Blue. See, I feel like Blue has a one-person advantage, and with that one-person advantage, they have one person who can troll, and grief, and grab, and counter-push. But because he spent so much time trying to push us, he wasn't helping his own team, and now we've taken the lead. You haven't done any perfect grade because those are too much. Yeah. I imagine just like Legos, they are insanely expensive. I was looking at a Lego thing for my niece recently, which was, I think, 200 pieces for 25 bucks. So yeah, they can get pricey. Oh, don't you dare, Blue. Stop being a wiener. Yeah! Boxing glove for the win. Like oh man, isn't the Millennium Falcon, which is a couple thousand, no, it's more than a couple thousand, like 10,000 pieces, maybe 100,000 pieces. The Millennium Falcon is incredibly expensive. Actually, I want to look that up. How much is the Millennium Falcon? $800 for 7,500 pieces. Yeah. Alright, third attempt at roll-off. Again, going back to Adam Savage, he did the Millennium Falcon build, I think it was earlier this year. Because there was a new version of it that got released. I'll have to check that out after this match. But yeah, building stuff like that is such a calming hobby. Just relax and just shut off your mind as you're building stuff. Oh, ho, ho. I didn't even see where I was going there. Yeah, I feel like everyone needs to adjust their camera speed for Season 3, because this map requires something faster than 50%. I could probably bump it up to 90 or even 100, but for now, 80% seems to be the... Nog butter zone. You can only hear the Parental Floss song now. Yeah, true to his song, the queue times are a bit longer today than they were last night. We've had a couple instantaneous matches, but a couple have taken about a minute to load. Oh, Elf got lucky. That Elf got lucky. What? I saw Elf as the winner there. There's that latency issue. Oh, congrats to D-King Rules. D-King Rules. Sorry, he's not Dinky King. Alright, so I've now proceeded to rank 23. I've got the Golden Witch bottom. Does that also unlock all of my other things? Because they did mention on Twitter that once you play a game or you rank up, it might award your previous things, your lower tiers. So I'm not seeing any new patterns. No new faces. No, that's just what Deep Diver looks like. There's no golden hot dog, no... Okay. Now, where's the witch that I just got? Maybe it's under G for golden. Oh, there it is. Golden Witch. Eh. I'd rather go with Rainbow. Wait, where is Rainbow? There it is. There's a Cup Noodle model kit. Well, you know, after Cup Noodle made it into Final Fantasy 15, I'm not surprised. That Cuphead hat, or whatever that was. Wait, did I say Cuphead? Cup Noodle hat. So, despite reaching level, or rank 23, it did not automatically unlock all my previous tiers, sadly enough. But they did say they would try and look into a fix by the end of the week, so... hopefully I'll have everything else unlocked later. Oh, you've done a couple of Digimon too? Nice. I wish I could remember the names of the different Digimon. Like, the last time I played Digimon was the PS1 game. Evolution? No, not Evolution World. One of the ones where you... not farm, where you breed Digimon and then you raise them up. It was the very first one for PS1. Nice. And apparently in Final Fantasy XIV, There's a Team 4-star reference and an item description. All these squares make a circle. I'm gonna be honest, I have not seen anything from Team 4-star. Like, I know about their Dragon Ball Z stuff, and I think they've done... I know they've done a few other things. Taka, specifically, I'm a fan of Taka. He used to do some stuff for Desert Bus. Oh, they did one for Van Helsing? Again, I need to watch Van Helsing. I actually have that on DVD. The Ultimate Van Helsing. Oh, it's not Van Helsing? Well, isn't it the same thing? Ultimate Helsing? The anime? Oh my goodness. That was terrible. Try that again. There we go. Like, does Helsing even need to be redubbed? Dragon Ball Z makes sense because that's like 30 episodes for one fight. Helsing, that was only like a 12-episode anime, wasn't it? It's just Helsing. See, now you got me curious. I gotta look this up. Because I own the DVD. I'm thinking of the OVA that I own. I don't own the actual series. And the OVA is 10 episodes. The TV series is 13 episodes. Okay. Yeah, I have no idea about the English translation. I mean, I've got a big backlog of video games. I've got a big backlog of movies I need to watch too. That's the thing with me. I'm a hoarder. I hoard things to do. I hoard games to play, and I hoard movies to watch, and I hoard anime to watch. Like for One Piece, for example, I'm probably 200 episodes behind in One Piece. I love the anime, I love it. One of my favorite animes. But I have not sat down and watched it in years. Like, My Hero Academia is another one. I think I'm 2, maybe 3 seasons behind on that one. You gave up on anime long ago. Yeah, manga is a lot quicker to read. Like, I can scan through a chapter in a couple minutes. As opposed to an anime adaptation, 20 minutes. One Piece specifically, it takes them 20 minutes to adapt, like, half a chapter. Because they've caught up to the manga, so now they have to slow it down incredibly. You've also, it's been a long time for you too, so yeah. That's the thing, it takes time to dedicate to watch an anime. Because you have these 26 episode seasons, 20 minutes apiece. No, that's what? A little over 8 hours to dedicate to a single season? You've just been watching this stuff on Toonami. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of easier, which is odd, because if it's an English dub, then you can just turn it on in the background while you're doing other stuff. If it's a Japanese translation, then you have to actively sit down and read the subtitles for however long you're planning on watching it. So it makes sense for some people to prefer dubs over subs. I can see that. I'm not one of those purists who think that subs are always better. They each have their place. I know for a couple animes I've actually specifically looked out or watched the English dub specifically because I like the voice actors. I know Ouran Host Club was one of those. Full Metal Alchemist, another one. I feel like there's like a couple more that I've watched the English dubs too, just because, you know, the voice actors. Soul Eater, maybe? I think I watched Soul Eater English dubbed. Mostly because a lot of people were claiming the this song by Troy Baker as a must-see. Excalibur. Although Soul Eater is one of those animes that probably needs to be redone, because they had to do an anime-only adaptation near the end. I find it funny that this map tends to be a little bit harder than Jump Showdown, primarily because you're encountering so many other beings that are going to be colliding with you as they run around in circles, as opposed to Jump Showdown, where most of the time people are just standing in one place, waiting for the beam to come towards them. Oh, really? They finally dubbed Assassination Classroom. Interesting. Voiced by Krillin's voice actor. Who does Krillin? It's not Chris Sabat. Even though Chris Sabat does like 90% of the dubs in Dragon Ball Z. And it's not Steve Bloom. Who is Krillin's voice actor? I can't remember it off the top of my head. I love Steve Bloom. Hellman Nolan North. Like, before Nolan North was known as the every voice in video games, it was Steve Bloom. He is the vintage every voice. Sonny Strait, right. That's who it was. What has Sonny Strait done recently? Like, I feel like he's only anime these days. I don't know if he's done any video games. Which is odd, because you have a lot of these other voice actors who started in started in anime, and then transitioned into video games and then haven't looked back. Like Troy Baker. He did a lot of anime voice work, and now he's essentially video games only. Yuri Lowenthal is another one who is... No, I think Yuri Lowenthal still does... I'm trying to focus on this. Yuri Lowenthal still does the occasional anime work. Yeah, he was one of those mostly anime, now does video games. Okay, come on. There is a strategy to this. Okay. No, I didn't mean to touch that one. I was down to the final two. Bork. Bork is your winner. I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna win Thin Ice one of these times today. So other than Borderlands 3, Sonny Strait is mainly doing Dragon Ball. Okay. So yeah, that's what I thought. It didn't sound like... It didn't seem like he'd branched out to any video games. I haven't really heard of any main actors. Like, he might be doing background noise, or background actors. He might be doing extras. Like Steve Bloom. Like, you'll hear Steve Bloom in almost everything. Crispin Freeman as well. My god. Crispin Freeman is one of those voices that seems to be in everything, but not as a main role. Crispin Freeman is always in the background of everything. He has a very distinctive voice. I mean, he plays like 10 characters on Young Justice. He was probably half of the enemies in Arkham Knight, and then Steve Bloom was the other half. No, Nolan North was also in Arkham Knight as background actors. Fruits Basket. It definitely seems like some actors just stay in one line of work. It's very rare to see them branch out and do both. Which is a shame, because I remember there being some issues with Troy Baker, how they wanted him to return for a certain voice actor role in an anime, and he was so busy doing video games he was unable to return, and they had to recast him. Can't quite recall what that was, though. But I do remember hearing that around the anime forums. Thank you, Big Yeetus. Oh, you're kidding me. Someone actually qualified from a Big Yeet hit? Darn. I could have been first. But yeah, going back to what I said last night, Big Yeetus is very useful in some maps. Not all, but this is the one where he is very useful. Because that beam just screws me up hardcore. Every time I've done this map and tried to do it legit without using Big Yeetus, I will come nearly at the end of the qualifiers. There's just something about this map that just screws with me so hard. I can't get the timing of it. I have to rely on Big Yeetus. I will get a win tonight, though. I refuse to stop the stream at still 250. Three days later. If this stream has to go for 36 hours so I can get a single win, by God, I will be a walking zombie, but I will go for that 3 days. Just let me take a break to go to the store and get a 5-hour energy. Or 10. So 75% of Sunny Straight's voice work has been Dragon Ball related games, and yeah, it makes sense. I mean, he does the voice well. You jerk elf. I've got a real issue with elves today. You. Got him. And the... What the heck are you? That's not a snowman, is it? That is a dapper hat you're wearing, sir. If only I could have that top hat without the snowman attire. Just basic top hat. Yeah, keep him away. Oh. I almost had that Krampus, though. The one on the ring. Honestly, if I do end up doing an extremely long stream before I get a win, my voice is going to be gone. I've been feeling the stress in my throat for the past hour. And this is what happens when you don't talk regularly, which I don't. Back when I was doing YouTube, my voice box, my vocal cords were getting a lot of exercise. I was straining them, constantly talking for YouTube. Now, year and a half, 2 years since I've done anything like that. On the burn! I feel like if we get something like one of the classic maps, which sadly we're not going to see Hexagon because they pulled that map for the day, but if we see a Fall Mountain, I feel like I might get a win there. Huh, that's interesting. So apparently, according to Pi, in Final Fantasy XIV, they've done a Christmas mount that's a snowman, and when you quote-unquote ride it, instead of getting on top of it, you get inside of it. And what's that? When you start moving, your character lifts up his head to reveal your head. Neat. I feel like MapleStory did something similar. Like, they had many different types of mounts, and at one point in time there was a snowman. I don't know if that was a transformation you could have or a mount, but either you turned into a snowman or you rode a snowman in a similar fashion. Oh, talking about games I haven't played for a long time, MapleStory. I have stories to tell about that technically I can't tell. I mean, hell, truth be told, the reason I even have my name that I have today, Authentic Zach, is because of MapleStory. Long story short of that is that I was playing MapleStory back in 2000, I want to say 4, maybe 5, back during the beta. And back then I was just Zach ECWCWWE, aka my original YouTube name. And I used that up until 2009, 2010. But MapleStory had raids, boss raids. And once you reached a high enough level, you'd go on boss raids to fight these high-level monsters, and you had to be in groups to do it. And a lot of these groups refused to let you in unless you had other people who could vouch for you. Because, you know, when a boss drops a loot, it's not instanced. It's a free-for-all. So a lot of people were worried that you would steal their stuff. So if you had an undesirable-looking nickname, like ECWCWWE, which to a lot of people just looks like a jumble of letters, aka a hacker, they're not going to let you join in on that raid. So ended up I had to change my name to Authentic Zach just so I would look not sketchy. And that is the history of how my name came to be. A little bit of a backstory there. Not sure how many people actually know that. Exactly, so I could look more authentic. No, guys, trust me. I'm not a hacker. I'm authentic. No, that's the thing. A lot of people doing those raid bosses wouldn't let me in because ECWCWE, yes, to some people who know wrestling, that's a wrestling-related thing, but to others, it's just a slamming your hand on the keyboard, coming up with a jumble of letters, because you have 20 accounts and each one of those has been banned. They're not going to trust that. They don't want their stuff looted. There's high-level stuff in those raid bosses. There's a bunch of other stories about MapleStory I could get in. I would like to tell other stories of MapleStory, but certain things are off limits for various reasons. I feel like I might have hinted at a couple of them in the past. No, I absolutely have hinted at a couple of those in the past. But yeah, some of them can't be told. Oh, nice. So apparently for Pi, he wanted to come up with a nickname, so he was Agent Pi S, and his friend was Agent Pi N. How appropriate is that when they ended up doing the alien invasion story in MapleStory, and they introduced those Men in Black style agents, like Agent J. No, they wouldn't have had Agent J because that's two Men in Black. Agent M, Agent whatever else. And here you were, Agent Pi. Perfectly suited for the alien invasion quests. Wow. So, apparently if you get flung off right there, you're spawning right back at the start. So you definitely need to be careful with that initial jump. Okay, that's something I just learned after nearly 4 hours. There's a huge penalty right there. I mean, I might still qualify, it'll be close. I don't know. Okay, I'm 10th. That's close enough. I want that crocodile skin. That just very much reminds me of Donkey Kong. Oh, what are they called? No, I can't remember. Curse my terrible memory. What are the name of the crocodiles in Donkey Kong? The ones you jump on their head? Bites? No, they're not bites. They're definitely not chompers. But it's definitely like bite related. Curse you, Mediatonic. How many times are you gonna throw snowy scrap at us? I love Katamari. I do. I just want to see the penguins. 4 hours, 0 penguins. I do love this song, though. Do 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 do. We're hugging this wall too much. We're taking too long. We're not going to qualify. Come on, straight towards the punching boxes. Come on, we got it. We just need to do a little bit better than red. Okay, good. Punching boxes OP. Please do not nerf. And just like that, with 2 punching boxes, we've gone from last place to first place. Nope. Get away from the wall. Yes! Punching boxes for the win. No, why are you going that way? There's far more snow in the middle. Turn around, turn around, turn around! Spin it back! I mean, we're gonna beat Blue. Blue is, like, way behind right now. Fine. We're close enough where we can go this way. Good, alright. So, Tuum, nickname came from playing RPG as fantasy browser game. Oh, so role-playing, nice. A necromancer. Man, I love the necromancy class. So you went with Mawet, M-A-W-E-T, that stands for death, but an opposite. That's actually very nice, man. I love names that are like based on actual grammar, or not grammar, vocabulary. Like just doing a twist on them. I love the Necromancer class. I feel like I talked about this in a previous stream, that if I ever did Dungeons & Dragons, I feel like my class would be a Necromancer, primarily so I could spawn minions. It would either be a Necromancer or a Beastmaster. Yellow one-eyed minions. No, never. My minions do not eat bananas. Actually, don't some of the minions actually have two eyes? I feel like it's been way too long since I've seen Despicable Me, but I feel like there's like 3 types of minions? Maybe 4? I don't know. So yes, there are some with 2 eyes. That's what I thought. Alright, create a big old rift in the platform. So my previous strategy of going in circles and trying to make pitfalls, I've completely thrown that out. That's a decent strategy, but one that's not really effective. Okay. Okay, cut you off. Okay, so I've got this platform all to myself. I feel like as long as I take the hexagon approach, I should be fine. No. No! I was there! I had it! The slippery, slick, slidey ice. I couldn't get my momentum I required to make the jump to the next platform. Oh, the defeat. That was painful. Oh, that hurt. That actually physically hurt me. You never watched the Separate Minions movie? Yeah, neither have I. I saw the trailer, and that was enough for me to say, nope. Wasn't for me. I'm sure, you know, little kids might like it, but it wasn't for me. I haven't even seen anything past the second Despicable Me. I think they made like 5 movies now. Ah, so you and your friends did a D&D campaign, but you need to do the epilogue? How hard is that to do the epilogue? You spend years, I'm assuming you've spent years on this D&D campaign, building up your characters, and now you have to sign them off. You have to write them off and do their closing stories, like what they're going to do for the rest of their lives. How difficult is that to try and think up a story that somehow they've given up their years, or however long you do the campaign, of adventuring to live a normal life? Because you have to imagine that once an adventurer, always an adventurer. Took 1 to 2 years? I gotta have to imagine if I did a D&D campaign and I was a necromancer, once the campaign was over and I defeated the big bad, I'm still gonna be a necromancer at heart. I'm probably gonna want to maybe revive the big bad and make him my own. If I'm a beastmaster, well then I'm probably gonna want to create an entire farm of a bunch of strong animals, maybe rent them out to other people, but occasionally still going on adventures. Like, you also want to have this thing open where if you ever do one-shots in the future, your character is still available for adventures. You don't want to completely write them off. So I don't know, I feel like it'd be really hard to do a complete epilogue, so I see where you're going with that. I need to learn the middle path. Like, there's a pattern to it, but it feels like the slide is always so much faster. But given a few more weeks, maybe a month, other people are going to realize the side slide is faster, and they're going to want to do that, and it's going to become crowded, at which point I'm going to need to go through the middle, and I'm going to need to learn the pattern. So it's probably better to learn it now while I can. Ah, Bahamut. Wait, oh, I gotta remember my D&D. Bahamut is the bronze dragon? I want to say bronze dragon. And Tiamat is his ultimate adversary? King of the Dragons, okay. I know a little bit of the D&D lore, not too much. Honestly, most of the stuff I know from Dungeons & Dragons comes from Critical Role. Wow, I don't know if I'm qualifying for this. That's twice I've now bumped against the chambers. All it takes is a small mistake and you're out of the running. Max speed! Oh my, what is with these jumps, man? Yeah, I don't think I'm qualifying. Unless I can get the golden ring at the very end in the next few seconds, that 5-pointer is going to be the difference on whether or not I qualify. Okay. Like, see? It's over now. If I had not gotten that golden ring, I would have been gone. Like, you can see the writing on the walls in some of these maps. If you screw up often enough, early enough, there's no redeeming yourself. Now, didn't they recently introduce something in Dungeons & Dragons for Tiamat? I know that, oh my god, I can't remember his name. Holy crap. It was right on the tip of my tongue. An actor who had a cameo in the Critical Role campaign in Season 1. Something he actually did became official canon for Tiamat. What is his name? Oh my god. Why can I not remember that? Not just his real name, his character's name too. I can't remember that either. He's an actor who's playing, I think, Deathstroke in the new Batman. At least that was the rumor. It's on the tip of my tongue. Oh my god. This is what, like, I've mentioned this in the past, I have terrible memory. I'm not kidding about this. Okay, I have to Google this because I cannot remember it. Archon, that was his character name. Joe, what's his last name? Joe Manganiello, that's it. Yeah, he did something in that campaign that officially became canon for Tiamat, and is actually in the official Dungeons & Dragons campaign books. That's fun. Again, Snowy Scrap, I love ya. You've got great music. Give me Penguin. How many times? We're going on over 4 hours now. Not a single Penguin. I'm feeling like the media team, the social media team lied, and Penguin does not exist. I refuse to acknowledge that Penguin exists. He is a myth. So at one point you got a magic hammer with the soul of a dwarf inside. Now, was he a follower of the Allhammer? Because I feel like most dwarfs are an Allhammer follower, and therefore if he was inside the hammer, he would help you build things. Correct? Give you an advantage roll on whatever that would be referred to as. So I love Dungeons and Dragons. It's one of those things that allows you to really explore your imagination, your storytelling, your character building. Back in the day, it got a lot of hate, like, what, 80s, 70s? A lot of people hated it because they didn't understand it. And then, I don't know, it's just one of those things where people don't understand something, they automatically attach a stigma to it. Video games got that. Heavy metal got that. Anything that certain groups of people don't understand automatically gets this negative stigma to it. So he created the hammer, and his assistants put him in the hammer. So that's great storytelling. Because then you can end up with a backstory of what caused them to do it. Was it a betrayal? Was it because he was evil and they needed to do it? There's so many different branching paths you can have for that. You can even do your own one-shot of that character being put into a hammer. Being put into a hammer. And that's the great thing. I mean, there are definitely rule sets for Dungeons & Dragons. They've adapted them over the years. They're on 5th edition now. I believe earlier editions were extremely hardcore and you could die at the drop of a hat. They've made things a little bit more user-friendly with 5th edition. But it's one of those things that, yes, there are rules, but there's also no limits. There's a lot of things you can do to, I don't want to say cheat the rules, but to bend them. If you have a great dungeon master, then you can try new things, try things that are off the wall, and if they succeed, then you have a great story to tell friends, to tell other people who are into Dungeons & Dragons. And if it fails, well, now you have a hilarious story to tell. Either way, it's fun for everyone involved. And obviously, some people will wear costumes, and you don't always have to do that, but I feel like in media, they tend to focus on that aspect of it to make it the butt of jokes. No, not everyone wears costumes and roleplays that heavily as their characters, and if they do, so what? There's nothing wrong with it about getting into your character. No, like, it seems like over the past few years they've relaxed a bit on that in social, not on social media, on television and other forms of media, where it's no longer, hey, look at these nerds, they're playing Dungeons and Dragons. Now it's become more accepted, and I love that. I cannot look at the chat. If I do, I fear I will die. I thought that was 2 layers left. I didn't think that was down to its last. Oh, man. I probably could have had that. Oh, you did your character for your Halloween costume. Nice. So how in-depth did you manage to do your costume? Hey, a cat won! You know what? I'm all for the kitty victories. Oh, so the spell you had in the hammer gave you a copy of your current spell. So I can imagine... Oh, man. Isn't there a spell in D&D, like, duplicate? So could you stack duplicates? Like, imagine you clone yourself. You do I think it's a very high level spell, where you clone yourself, now you duplicate that with the hammer, now instead of one other instance you have 2 copies of yourself. Or if you want to get really insane, do a wish spell. That's a way to break the game. Copy a wish. But yeah, I'd love to see how in-depth you got with that costume. That's one of the things with COVID, one of the well, there's a lot of downsides with COVID, but one of the big downsides for the gaming conventions is that a lot of these cosplayers who make their living on cosplaying in these public venues aren't able to showcase what they've done. So that's one thing E3 is one of those things where it can be transferred online. Yes, it sucks not being able to see E3, those big stage shows, but that's not the biggest miss. The biggest miss is not being able to see the cosplayers. The different people going around to those conventions showing off all their hard work and what they've done. Like, E3 can live online, as Nintendo has shown in the past, where they just completely gave up all E3 altogether, and they're doing Nintendo Directs. Sony, they did something similar. They gave up E3, they're doing PlayStation Showcases. You don't necessarily need a giant stage for those. You can do them online. But it is a shame for all those cosplayers, because they don't get to show off what they've been doing. Hey, I'm number 1. And I will be right back. I need something more to drink. And I'm back, just in time. The most in-depth thing you did was you painted a wooden sword. You had to match the luck blade. And a pirate jacket from a party city. So you kind of just... So that's another thing, like, the innovation of a lot of cosplayers. They'll take existing things, they'll mix and match, they'll adjust them to make them fit their costume. And there's varying degrees of it, too. There's some who will take existing things, not really adjust them at all. It'll be like, oh, what? How would you even describe that? I think just a mashup. I think that's the best way to describe it. A mashup of different costumes to make the look you're going for. And then there's others who will take those existing pieces and just completely change them up altogether, maintaining only a semblance of what it once was. And I find those very unique. Like, how was that originally an elf? You turned an elf costume into a horse, I don't know. I'm just saying things that I'm seeing now. Now you could have bought a horse costume for $500, or you could have bought an elf costume for $100, and then you've just adjusted the elf to a point where it looks like a horse. It's much cheaper and it looks almost as good. Now that's a terrible example, because I doubt you can make an elf look like a horse, but you get my point. You just put a picture in Discord? You know what, because I'm not actually streaming on OBS and this is a PS4, I can actually check that out right now. So I've got to see what this looks like. You got me curious. Ah, there's your Gundams too, that's right, you said you posted those. I wish I knew the names of Gundams, because that one at the very top, the one in white. Oh, what is that one? On that second shelf, the black one on top, there's that blue one on the bottom shelf. I have to take a look at the others after this round. Sure, that's a lot of Gundam, that's very nice. I like it. I want to see the Digimon you did, too, because you mentioned that. Yeah, some of the perks of streaming via the PS4 as opposed to OBS on my computer, I can actually open Discord without it completely screwing up my screen capture. Or audio levels, that's a big thing. I remember streaming a while back and opening up Discord and it completely just, I think, focused on OBS or on Discord as my audio source, causing all other audio to just go down. And I wasn't aware at the time, but apparently there's a setting where you can disable that. But for that entire stream, my game audio, my voice audio, everything was down low. Alright, second place. Where would the Digimon... I think the Digimon might be on the bottom shelf, right? Yeah, the original Gundam. So unless those blue things on the bottom shelf are Digimon, which I have no idea because I'm not up on recent seasons. Oh no, well, behind the blue thing, which is absolutely a Gundam now that I've zoomed in, that's, oh, that anime character with the long blue hair. Miko something. Nice. And I just noticed I want to say a walker, the dog-looking thing on the top shelf. Oh, there's some nice Gundams, man. Oh, nice costume. Oh, that's another thing with the whole cosplaying thing recently, is a lot of people have been getting very unique with the masks that they have to wear. I've seen some that have been very reminiscent of Not Koopa Jr. What is his name? Bowser Jr. His mask. Actually out in public here where I live. Which is definitely a sight to see. Okay, so the Digimon are in the second picture on the second shelf. I'll have to look back at that one in a second. I love how creative some people have been with their masks. And the one on the top shelf is from Metal Gear. Makes sense. It looked kind of familiar. Like Metal Gear Revengeance, right? There's a dog that follows you in Revengeance. Is that the one you're referring to? Or is that a completely different beast? What is the name of the one dog creature in Revengeance? Because that is yet another game sitting in my backlog that needs to be played. I own it on PS4, I believe. Oh, it's the Metal Gear from the first Metal Gear Solid. Really? I feel like we're talking about something completely different. Like that little dog-looking thing off to his side. Okay, I see the Digimon now. Yeah, they have changed Digimon a lot since I originally saw it. I saw seasons 1 and 2, and that was it. Never saw Tamers, never saw everything else that came after that. Original 2 seasons was it. Still need to watch the movies. The one standing up is from Metal Gear Solid 5. I don't really know my Metal Gears all that much. Alright, so we really need to focus on who the Graboids are this round. Okay, so Monkey Man. Avoid Monkey Man. If we can, stay away from him. He's a Graboid. Oliver, also a Graboid. Put the names up. Okay. Well, I think the monkey's been eliminated, so that's one threat down. I think Oliver just got himself a nope, he lived. Well, now he's gone, as well as Snowman. Could this be the run? There's only 3 left, and I don't think either of these guys are Graboids. We might be safe. We might be safe. Down to 2! Oh my god, first win of the day, first win of the season. No. No, bad Zach. I threw it. I just threw it. I can't do clutch. You took a better picture of the Metal Gears. Okay, let me take a look. Yeah, that one dog-looking thing, the one... The problem is, I don't know enough about Metal Gear to know what that thing is. Maybe it is something from Metal Gear 5. But I could have sworn it was a dog thing from Revengeance. Blade Wolf, that's who I was thinking of. I just googled it. So that's not Blade Wolf. Okay. But yeah, going back to your cosplay, that's very nice. Got a very Jolly Rogers vibe to it. Metal Gear Rex and... I'm not even... Let's see. Sahelanthropus. Sahelanthropus. Nope, no idea what those are. Like, I played the original Metal Gear well over 20 years ago, and that was it. That was a rental from Blockbuster. No. Well, it was either Blockbuster or Movie Gallery. Oh, cool. So for the sword, you painted all of it and added leather to the handle. I have to take a look at that leather. I mean, it's a little hard to see the leather when it's actually still in your hand, but yeah. I imagine it'd be easier to see if you, like, had it, like, pose where it's in the ground. But very nice. But yeah, like I was saying, that's the one thing I'm going to miss from places like E3 and PAX, being able to see all those different cosplays. Don't go for the trap. Big Yeetus is a trap. It will fling you right over the platform, over the goal. Oh, there's a better picture of it. Nice. Oh, you did it in 2 pieces as opposed to 1. Wait, is that a Keyblade underneath that desk that I see? Please tell me you have cosplayed as Sora in the past. Actually, tell me you cosplayed as Riku in the past. Because I feel like you could probably do a better Riku than a Sora. With Sora, you would need the blonde wig. With Riku, you already have the natural hair color. Now, actually, there's 2 versions of Riku. There's one from Kingdom Hearts 3, where for a very brief period of time he had long hair, and I actually preferred that look. And then he ended up cutting it back to short. But I definitely liked long hair Riku. Boom! 3rd place, I'll take it. You have 3 Keyblades, 2 swords, and now a Warhammer. Dude, you are stocking up an arsenal. Now, are all the Keyblades the classic Keyblades, or do you have variants of them like the Halloween Town Keyblade? Or Ultima? I think the classic Keyblade is the Mickey Keyblade, right? Two are the basic ones, but one of them makes sound. Really? I'm trying to figure out what type of sound it would make. What type of sound would a key... Like, with a lightsaber, I can imagine the swooshing sound. But a keyblade... Huh. Oh, it's the Squall keyblade. Interesting. Yeah, there was a Squall keyblade in the first Kingdom Hearts, I believe. Like one of the ones you could unlock. I will say though, would you stand up? Oh my god, I was ragdolled for a good 10 seconds and I couldn't stand up. He was just stuck in perpetual laying down. Okay. I need to play the DLC for Kingdom Hearts 3. But it's so expensive. Like, I've heard it's only like 2-3 hours and it was $30 at launch. I mean, I've ranted about this about Kingdom Hearts in the past, about how overpriced they are and how much they take advantage of their fans when they release 2.8 at full price. But yeah, the DLC they released, and then the rhythm game they released also at full price. Not a fan of their pricing methods, or pricing, like, practices. It makes sounds from the different types of magic. No. Apparently the Keyblade that Agent Pi has that makes sounds is also kind of a pseudo flashlight that will shine an actual keyhole on whatever you're pointing it at. That is badass. That is freaking badass. Yeah, I've heard that the rhythm game does have plot points, but let's be real here. The rhythm game looks no different than something you would see on a Flash website. That rhythm game doesn't really bring much new to the table in terms of rhythm. And it looks like something you could play for free on a place like Congregate. In fact, I've played rhythm games for free on Congregate before. Yes, they've added story elements to it. Doesn't really necessitate a $60 price tag. Personally, I'm waiting for Kingdom Hearts 3.0 or 3.5, which will be Kingdom Hearts 3, the DLC, this new rhythm game, and more than likely, a retelling of that phone game they have that apparently has a new season. It's apparently from the same team who did the Final Fantasy rhythm game on the 3DS. Then make it a budget title. Make it $30. Make it $40. I mean, even $40 would be a bit much, but full price for that, that's a bit steep, honestly. I mean, obviously they knew they could get away with the $60 price tag for it, but I'm not a fan of that practice. Same reason I complained about 2.8 being full price. Technically, it's two apps on the phone, but they're doing it through the same, or two phone games, but they've done it through the same app. Okay. Yeah, I know they did kind of a movie in 2.8, which was actually well done, CG. Didn't really tell you much. But I foresee them doing a 3.5 collection, which will be 3 of the DLC, the rhythm game, and whatever they've done on the phone game. Whether it's cutscenes only a la 1.5 and 2.5, or another CG trailer, or a CG movie like 2.8. We'll see. I'm sure around the time that Kingdom Hearts 4 comes out, or whatever other title they drop before 4, that's when they'll do the 3.5. Ah, so you posted a video of the replica Keyblade that makes sounds. Let's see that. Because I'm very curious. Turn the volume down so it doesn't get picked up by the mic. Because I'm afraid, with Twitch's DMCA new rules, that just having Kingdom Hearts music in the background might get me flagged. Who knows with them these days? Okay, so it's the classic blade. And it is life-size, it's not a miniature model. From Bandai, glows in different colors. I'm sorry, Red Team, I'm looking at a YouTube video. Oh, that is so cool how it lights up. Now, what type of batteries does it take, I wonder? Like, does it take the big D-cell batteries, or are AA's enough? But yeah, that is pretty damn cool. Whoa, look at that ball fly. And I'm hitting these balls harder than normal. Alright, as long as we have 2, we're safe for overtime. That's how this map works. Just maintain 2 balls. No. Okay, we might not. Oh, just keep 2. All we need is 2. As long as we're safe for overtime, we're fine. Yeah, I'm really hitting these balls hard. It's weird. It's like I'm a magnet. You think 2 AA? It's like I'm a magnet and those balls are just propelling themselves as hard as they can against me. Yeah, that's what I thought, the battery's in the handle. But based on the size of the handle, it looked like it might take D-cell. That's definitely a nice prop. Now, I'm assuming that that's a limited edition type thing, like they only made so many copies. Oh right, my new camera speed. That's gonna take some getting used to on a map like this. Would you get... Oh my god, game. Why was he not climbing? There you go. Like, that right there is a bug they've mentioned, how you can be facing the camera, pressing up and jumping, and your bean won't actually climb. It is an issue that they're looking into, but it definitely sucks when it happens. Especially when you see your character just sweating like that. It's like, I'm trying to press up. You shouldn't be sweating, you should be climbing. You're not that out of shape. You are a good bean. Be a good bean. You're kidding me on that one. Yep, I'm not qualifying because he just ragdolled straight down despite being up on the platform. That's a little frustrating. It was a limited thing? Yeah, it definitely seems like the type that would be. Like, I doubt they would mass produce something like that. That's a frustrating level. I should not have been disqualified. I was on that platform. And then he just rolled back. Off, and he didn't even try to grab, despite pressing R2. Trying to be on my best behavior, not swear.